You sure? Sorry, I will get to you. I will get to you. You've been consistent.
For Resident Evil 5, I forget if it was, I saw it on YouTube video, and you did some outtakes for
yes.
That was like your freaking question.
And you're gonna not answer.
There was a video for it, and there was outtakes, and I don't know. I remember it was the complete global saturation.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious. Were you drunk at the time, or was it just you just kept on going and just like making up words?
I hate to break it to you, it's not a real bloopers reel.
No, what, really?
Yeah, that's
no.
I figured it was behind the scenes or something like that.
No. Go back and look at the video and read the text that is on there. There's a lot of graphic text that are in between the cuts. Just stop frame on one of them and you'll see that this is not real. I think it says this is a parody or something. No. They would never. I mean, first off, they don't actually have the full fleshed out final video being played and we're just matching it. Because it was a facial mocap, so my lips are the lips moving there. So no, we recorded that separately. The only thing that I actually record too are like vocab actors, the actual video from their shoots. Sometimes they have animatics of the basics, but usually it's just mocap actors, or nothing at all, and we're just like wild tracking it. So yeah, no, that I put together as a favor to the fans, because I was like so surprised how nice the fans were about it all. See, I do suck.
Your voice memo was actually very funny.
Oh, thank you. That was fan written. All those voices were fan written.
I love the one with Excella in it.
I do too.
That
Sounds like that. You, sir, have been so patient. What do you, sir?
What future media can we see?
Future what?
Media. Like what are we? Do you have any?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, of course, Transformers Rescue Bots is every Saturday. Please watch Bug Toys. That's on the Hub. It's actually a really fun show. I do it with Maurice LaMarche, Steve Bloom, Jason Marsden, Peter Cullen pops up every now and then. Yeah, he's really cool. As a guy, he's fun. He and his wife are great people to hang out with. So that's on Saturdays. I've got there's a new show on TBS called Sullivan and Son. I have a quick shot on that. That's August 30th. I play an H&R judge guy thing. I'm going to shoot a movie in Texas in 2 weeks called Helen Alone, kind of an indie David Lynch kind of film. I play a sadistic cop.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that'll have some Wesker qualities to it. I knew they'd find us. Hello, gentlemen. Good job. Yeah, that, and I think most of my TV stuff is already aired right now. That's the thing with an actor, it's so hard when you go, so what do you got coming up? Most actors like, go ahead. Because we don't know, it's like I could get a call tomorrow and then something I auditioned for 3 weeks ago has come through and then I'll be doing that. But as far as, I have no video game stuff. All my video games are done. So that's why, I know, that's why I did the Legion Wesker video. Have you guys seen that? Legion Wesker?
That was fun.
Awesome. If you haven't seen it and you like either of those games, you should go look up. It's Legion Wesker. Just type Legion Wesker Douglas on YouTube, you'll find it. And it's kind of the farewell to that game. Am I done? Oh, okay.
With that.
Oh, okay. I'm all surprised. Yes, sir.
I've got two parts to this question. One, do you think you could have done a better role as the Wesker in the latest Resident Evil movie? Because, no offense, he was shit.
Yeah.
That was not
And this is a question to everyone. Did anyone else notice that the Wesker versus Chris and his sister was the exact same one in the game? That was bullshit. Bullshit. That's what it was.
Actually, he got better.
Here's the thing, though. I never want to badmouth anybody. I don't like to badmouth people unless it's totally stupid politics. But I mean, Sean Roberts, right?
Yeah, Sean Roberts.
He's a good actor. And I gotta say, I was very tickled to hear Richard and Peter and Mai's interpretations of the voice in his acting, because that's all he's going off of is all of ours. And so that's kind of neat that to know that he sat somewhere and had to listen to us, because I'm not in the movie. But I will say this: I think Wesker needs to be much taller. It's just he's too short for the role to be in. Now, as far as like mythology, story, and all of that stuff, I stay out of that whole argument thing. I'm a big fan of special effects. I just love special effects, so I'll watch something just for that. Yeah, the artistry of that. When I used to edit demo reels as a survival gig, and I'd get these effects guys in who had to put the reels together. You know, so the guy would have a 3-second portion of whatever big movie that he worked on, and I'd put these things together, and you go, wow, you know, the amount of time and the art and how many people are involved. But each one of them are artists, and it's really amazing what they do. And so I'd go to I'll go see the shittiest movie with special effects to see the special effects. I can't. It's so fun. I'm trying to think of one, but because they're so shitty, I forget what they are after I see them. But I watched Clash of the Titans. What's the last one?
Wrath of the Titans.
Wrath of the Titans. I watched that on the airplane over here. I had it on my iPad, and yeah, I mean, it's just a story of like. But the special effects that come in, those special effects are just phenomenal, and I just love the art of that, and a lot of people don't get that, but that's me. So, but sorry, go ahead.
One more. Are you going to be doing any autographs after this? Like at all?
Here's the don't put this on the internet, please. The Florida Supercon works differently, where they need people to charge for everything.
We're doing a petition to appear on the show Walking Dead.
Twitter fans, we were talking about that earlier. Twitter fans were doing that. Yeah, they submitted it. We haven't heard anything. I mean, I don't know. I think they go on a hiatus, and a mid-season hiatus right now, and then they come back. Though the producer the guy who was heading that petition, the showrunner, Glenn Mazzara, did talk to him, or tweeted him and said, I'm going to take a look at it, you know. He's actually FedEx the signatures over and all that. So we'll see. If that happens, that'll be remarkable, and I'll owe Nathan is his name, the guy who started it. I'll owe Nathan a big fucking check. Yes, sir.
So which big movies are you expecting? Are you expecting or like you're excited for the rest of the season?
Oh, just in general, like what I want to go see?
Yeah.
Do you really care?
Yeah.
Oh my! I don't
Watch it and then we'll tweet
Well, there's something over at the Pussycat I'd like to see tonight. I just saw somebody had a video out there called Butt Crack. I was like, I don't know what that was, but we were like walking, trying to get to the elevator, and it's like Butt Crack. And I'm like, really? That's anime? What? You know, to be honest, I'm not up at all the new movies that are coming out. And, like, all of a sudden I'll see the trailer and I go, oh, I do want to see that. Yes. So I haven't seen Prometheus yet. This is how busy I've been.
I heard it too.
So I do want to see it. Yeah.
I can't tell.
Do you have family members?
Just trolling.
No, my family hates me. He asked if I had any family members who were fans of my work. You know, I'll tell you, this just made me flash on a story. This is how weird family is, and when you're in LA and you have a career, but family knows you, so it's not that big a deal depending on what you're doing. So, for instance, I've produced 4 or 5 film shorts on my own. I've spent probably under almost $100 grand producing my own art because I love the medium. And so I went to see my mother. This was many years ago. I'd done Freud and Darwin Sitting in a Tree, which is about, well, you have to see it because that's the twist. But it's about forbidden love. And it's a 27-minute film short. I think it's free. You can see it on my website, dcdouglas.com. But anyway, I go there after we'd done it. We had done a screening. We were about to maybe do some festivals with it. And I bring it to my mom, so she's there. I put it in. We think it's really good. The people who put it together. So we're all so I'm watching with my mother. We watch the movie, and she has a couple laughs or whatever. And then it's over, and I'm like, so? And she's like, well, you know, she goes, maybe it's just not for me. And she goes, I mean, it is nice and all that. And so I popped the DVD out. It flips over to regular TV, and a commercial for a wine that I did a voiceover for happens to be on. And I'm like, oh, that's me. You know, when you're looking for the Cabernet. She goes, that's you? And like, she's, that's my baby! My baby's fucking wine commercial. It's like 30 minutes of me acting my heart out. So family's weird when it comes to that, but they've been very supportive ever since I said I wanted to be an actor.
Do you have like young kids already start playing like your fans of Resident Evil that are family?
No, I'm you know, our family, they're not big on breeding, and so I think I'm the last of a line of people. In fact, I think the line ends with me. Yeah, it actually does end with me, unless something happens that I'm not expecting. What's that?
Wesker Jr.
There's no Wesker Jr. here. I know. Sorry, no, it's a good thing. The planet's got plenty of people. They're doing fine without me. Though, if you ever get to see a chance to see a movie, Idiocracy. Yes. Excellent movie. Yes. It's like, it will go on, but who is breeding? That's the question. I'm supposed to be out of here. Is the next panel here? Are you the next panel?
Just say no.
No.
If you're not, we'll ask more questions. If you want me to get out, we'll get out. You seem so conflicted. Do you want a hug? Keep going?
Yeah.
Well, okay, listen, you go ahead if you want to leave. You can leave. I'm going to, since we got time, the next one hasn't started yet. Ivy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
8:45.
You are amazing, just saying.
Bless you.
When you were working in Mass Effect,
When I was what?
when you were working in Mass Effect,
Everyone leaves.
did you
Just like the next
interact
thing.
with the other characters, or were you just like reading off the lines?
Well, sadly, that's the difference between video game and cartoon work, and even cartoon work moving towards the video game model, which is that video games started with coders, not on the writing artist side of it. And I don't mean that the coding is not an art. Coding is definitely an art. Just it's mathematical art. And is that if that's an oxymoron, I don't know. But so because of that, the lines, they thought I need file queue 38, file queue whatever. They wanted these individual files, so you're just given the individual lines. They assumed we didn't need to know what else was happening in the scene. So you'd be in these sessions, and even today you still run into this. You'll be in sessions where the director, the voice director they've hired, goes to the producer or the writer. A lot of times they may be Japanese or whatever, and they go, "What's going on in the scene? Is he angry? Is he happy about this line?" And you have to get options on it and all of that. So, but now that being said, Mass Effect was the best game I've ever worked on as far as getting context. You did see the most immediate line before yours, or a couple lines before yours, or if you didn't, you had a description as to what the scene was about and what you're responding to, and what the implications were. Everything was there to understand, and so that was phenomenal. You didn't have to go back to the producers and say, what is going on in the scene?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No worries. But you record alone, doing all your lines alone. Now I think maybe sometimes with some of the celebs that may request it, they may do a session with a couple of them, but they prefer to do them alone. Where with cartoons, the Transformers Rescue Bots were all in the same room. Those they can get, they're schedule-wise available. So there's 6 or 8 of us in a room, and we're all doing the lines together.
I think that's more fun.
Well, it's more fun because you're seeing other people. You're actually going, I'm actually working with other people, but you can also have fun with improv.
Is it more fun, I guess, easier to work by yourself, or is it easier to work in a group of people?
Oh, I think it's easier to work with a group of people. When I know what your inflection is on your line that's leading into mine, then I can respond based off of that. And on camera, would sitcoms or any kind of TV show or film be better if all the actors were filmed alone without knowing what the other... Yeah, exactly. So of course it's always going to be better. You can cheat more because it's voiceover, so you're only hearing the voice. But we can, sometimes like reading a book, you fill in the blanks, you fill in the expressions, you fill in the details that you need. I think that happens when you're hearing the voice and you're watching a video game. But of course, the more photorealistic video games get, when we get to holographs and all of that, then it's all going to have to be, then they're going to want to bring people together and to actually do the full scenes, which they're doing more of now. Mocap has now moved to where they've got, they're doing the face, they're recording them as they're actually doing it. You actually have to physically be similar to the character that you're playing for a lot of these games now, which means that there's a lot of games I can't do anymore. I don't get auditions for. When it's a military game, they want a certain, and sometimes they even want you to near the age range of the character you're playing, which is, in my mind, ridiculous because they're going to layer on all the physical stuff later. They can make me buffer or whatever, or older or younger, but they're going to theatrical casting people now to cast them as opposed to voiceover casting. So because of that, the theatrical people, because they're not familiar with the technical aspects of it, assume that they need to cast like they cast a film, which is cast actors who would be that character. So it's limiting us in that way. So but again, evolution. Change may suck for a while, but it'll benefit you guys in the long run.
Well, I hope to see you more in video games because you're awesome.
Well, thank you very much. It's sweet of you. We should probably take a. Do you know what? Oh, you said the other one's later. Right. I don't want to keep you guys too long because there's so much more you guys can go do here.
Your voice memo was actually very funny.
Oh, thank you. That was fan written. All those voices were fan written.
I love the one with Excella in it.
I do
that
too.
Was
I
hilarious.
get the sound effects. You, sir, have been so patient. What is your
What future media can we see you?
future? What?
Media, like what are we? Do you have any?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, of course, Transformers Rescue Bots is every Saturday. Please watch Buy the Toys. That's on the Hub. It's actually a really fun show. I do it with Maurice LaMarche, Steve Bloom, Jason Marsden, Peter Cullen pops up every now and then. Yeah, he is really cool. As a guy, he's a fun. He and his wife are great people to hang out with. So that's on Saturdays. I've got there's a new show on TBS called Sullivan and Son. I have a quick shot on that. That's August 30th. I play an H&R judge guy thing. I'm going to shoot a movie in Texas in 2 weeks called Helen Alone, kind of an indie.
Making up words.
I hate to break it to you, it's not a real bloopers reel.
No, what, really?
Yeah, that's
No,
I figured it was behind the scenes or something like that.
No,
it's
go back and look at the video and read the text that is on there. There's a lot of graphic text that are in between the cuts. Just stop frame on one of them and you'll see that this is not real. I think it says this is a parody or something. So, no, they would never. I mean, first off, they don't actually have the full fleshed out final video being played and we're just matching. You, sir? Sorry, I will get to you. You've been consistent.
For Resident Evil 5, I forget if it was, I saw it on YouTube video, and he did some outtakes for
yes.
That was like your freaking voice tonight.
And you're gonna run answer.
There was a video for it, and there was outtakes, and I don't know, I remember it was the complete global saturation.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, were you drunk at the time, or was it just you just kept on going at just like...
They were, because it was a facial mocap, so my lips are the lips moving there. So no, we recorded that separately. The only thing that I actually record too are like vocap actors, the actual video from their shoots. Sometimes they'd have animatics at the basics, but usually it was just mocap actors, or nothing at all, and we're just like wild tracking it. So yeah, no, that I put together as a favor to the fans, because I was like so surprised how nice the fans were about it all. See, I do suck.